The most consequential decision is whether to partner with someone or not. Hi, Faris here. In this three-part series, I'll be covering partnering in startups, the pros and cons of partnering, what to look for a partner if you decided to go that route, and ways to find a partner, along with a few other considerations. Let's jump in. In the early stages of building a business, founders have a lot of decisions to make. What service to offer, what audience to target, pricing, how to get leads, how to market the business. But the most important decision, the most consequential decision, is whether to partner with someone or not. If you look around other startups, research shows a mixed bag of answers on startups with one founder versus many, and the success rate of each. There are studies that show that entrepreneurs who start a business on their own are more likely to succeed, where there are other studies that show that startups with multiple founders are more likely to survive. Also, other studies show that there's investment bias in the investment world. Basically, investors are more likely to invest in your business if you have multiple founders. What does that mean for you, the startup entrepreneur? It's tempting to have multiple partners because you're more likely to get funding. But my advice to you, don't build a business based on some investment bias. Build a viable business that solves problems and makes money, and that's what's going to be attractive to investors. Over the years, I've had a number of business partners, but that doesn't mean I recommend you have a partner. Look at what works for you, consider your personality, your resources, what you have, what you need, and then make a decision. For the rest of this video, I'll go over the pros and cons of partnering with someone as you start your business. Let's go over the pros first. Pro number one, partnering reduces the initial cost. If your venture needs $100,000 to get off the ground, instead of coming up with that money on your own, partnering allows you to leverage your partner and their network to come up with that amount. Pro number two, partnering helps split the work. As you've heard, and you'll continue to hear in this series, starting and growing a business requires a whole lot of work. So if you're on your own, you gotta learn everything. You gotta learn sales and marketing and operations and back office and client service, you name it, especially initially. With partners, you can split the work. Each one of the partners can focus on their areas of expertise and are likely to do a better job at delivering to your customers. One important note here, there are numerous ways to split labor and capital. For example, if you have a lot of time on your hand, but you don't have the capital, you can contribute your labor, let's say at 80%, and your partner at 20%, and then you can do the investment the other way around. They would contribute 80% and you would contribute 20%. So again, speak with some advisor, speak with a lawyer in terms of how you set up a partnership, and we will have an episode on that. But just keep in mind, it doesn't have to be where you come up with 50% of everything, labor and capital, and your partner does the same. You can split it in different ways. Pro number three, entrepreneurship can get lonely. Yes, nowadays there's a lot of online resources. You can go online and watch videos, learn about different aspects of the business. But at times when you're about to make a big decision, or you have a big client pitch, or if you have a large scale project to deliver, having another set of eyes, having someone to bounce off ideas is invaluable. I remember before leaving the office to a big pitch, my business partner used always to say, he would turn around and say, "Go make us proud." That meant a lot. These are the three pros of partnering. Now let's talk about the cons. Number one, decision making is slower with a partner. Just like in any other relationship, at home, with your friends, at work, you can go solo with an important decision, but be ready for the repercussions. So if you're in a partnership, I advise you not to make decisions solo. Always consult and check with your partner, especially on important decisions. Gaining consensus will slow things down, especially if your partner disagrees with the decision. Just know it's part of the process and be ready for it. Speaking of which, with partners, you need to handle conflicts and differences in opinion. In addition to slowing down your decision-making process, handling differences will cost you time and money and energy. The disagreements could be about a number of things. For example, there's an underperforming employee. Your partner wants to fire them. You want to work with them, help them improve, and nurture them. Or it could be, let's say you have a toxic client. He is driving your team members nuts. You want to get rid of them, but your partner is very concerned about the revenue, the potential loss of revenue. Be aware, differences will come up and you have to deal with them. Con number three, you and your partner might have different business philosophies. You might be the type who makes a decision and acts fast. Your partner on the other side, he or she might be really deliberate and they want to consider every aspect of a decision. So you have to be ready to deal with these scenarios. Many times, better decisions come out of the deliberation, but be ready for the time and the energy it's going to consume for this joint decision-making process. Some other examples. One partner might be very open, very transparent. They like to share a lot with the employees. They don't mind sharing financial data, how the company is doing. But the other partner, rightfully so, they're very concerned about sharing financial data. That could create an area of conflict, and you have to find a way, maybe a happy medium between what you share and what you not. Again, you and your partner has to figure that out. Finally, when you have the wrong partner, it's a huge, messy mess. It's like marrying for money or marrying because your spouse has a great health insurance. Partnering with the wrong person for the wrong reasons invites nothing but headaches. My recommendation, don't follow statistics blindly, the studies that tell you it's better to partner or not. Look what works for you best. Look at your situation, your resources, what you need, what you have. At the end, make a decision based on what serves your situation the best. There you have it, the pros and cons of partnering. In the next video in this series, we will cover what to look for in a partner. And don't forget to give back. Today's thought is, plan a day and volunteer in a soup kitchen. Take your team with you. You'll be helping people in need, building camaraderie, and in a way, put some of your relatively small problems into perspective. If these tips on growing and scaling your business are helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.